Doing the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith. Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night. 'Cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Odie joins me now as we move into the 7 o'clock hour to welcome you in. Streets are extremely wet.
Yes.
We do have an accident of some sort on Mosby Road this morning, possibly injuries involved with that. That happened about 40 minutes ago. So it could be some delays there. And it's a curvy little road there as you come out on State Boulevard.
State Boulevard all the way to right there on 20th Street Extension.
Yeah.
Be
I always
careful.
want to say in my head some reason for 19 because it's so close. But you're right.
Might as well.
It's 20th Street.
Yep, right there in front of one of the original super stops.
And that is the
package store.
I always refer to 20th Street as a shortcut to the hospitals. If you're on Highway 19, take a left. That will take you directly to where you need to get care.
Yep. That's when 20th Street kind of cuts a lot of stuff
No red lights.
down, and then you've got 29th Avenue that kind of cuts the other way.
Yeah.
So kind of cuts you in.
They got a little
quarters.
excessive with stop signs on that road. Have you noticed that?
29th Avenue?
Yeah. They're everywhere. It would be a shortcut if it wasn't for that.
Oh, needs the Midas touch.
You're absolutely right. Hey, did I mention Judge Nick Lisi will join us on Thursday morning?
Hey, look at there. That's tomorrow because today is hump day. Y'all have a wonderful hump day.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. Now, I'm not sure if he's wanting to come talk about shrimps or if he's wanting to come talk about some political cases or something going on in the courtroom. He didn't tell me. He just said he needed to show up. I said, bring your robe. Come on.
You got some Subways in there, too.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
There ain't no telling about Nick. He may cut them all three in there.
We'll see what happens. He'll be joining us tomorrow. We look forward to that. As always, all of our officials, if you'd like to come be a part of the show one morning, people like to hear from you. What's going on in your courtroom? If you're a sheriff, we'd love to hear from you as well. Supervisors, anybody is welcome to come talk with us.
We've had Anthony Chancellor in here.
Yeah, he was just lost. He was going
He
by.
was just lost, didn't know where he was. We've had Ward Calhoun in here.
Yeah.
So
Still working on Jody. We don't know what
that's
Jody's
a busy
doing.
man.
Oh, yeah, that must be what
He
it
can
is.
bring his ARF too. There's enough room out there to park it.
Yeah, he sure can. And of course, it'd cost $2,000 to drive it here.
He'd have to go ahead and leave now. We'll see you next week.
40 miles an hour. Coming to get you.
'Cause remember we were in
Oh,
there.
that's right. It does go faster than that.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot, Odie. It's just that little thing on the dash you got to
It
watch.
tells you what your G-force is.
That's right. We wanted to bring this up this morning, and we say condolences. If y'all remember our supervisor, Hank Flory.
Yes.
It's been 2 years today that he passed away. We think of Hank. He was a great guy. And, of course, they named the room after him there in the Board of Supervisors.
That's right. The boardroom is named after Mr. Hank Flory.
Good guy. We do miss him.
Supervisor for District 1. And prayers continue for his wife.
Yeah, absolutely.
Real nice lady. Y'all see her. Give her a hug today. Today's a sad day. She needs a little extra smile and a pick-me-up.
Yep. Never hurts to do that, does it?
That's right.
We're going to get into all things that happened last night. And as that comes up on the screen, we want to say a big thank you to McDonald's becoming a part of our team. Being a sponsor, we welcome them aboard. Thank you so much for being behind us and supporting what we do to get you the headlines that happen across the Meridian area.
I mean, when you're out chasing stuff, you get hungry.
Quarter pounder with cheese, baby. They know me by name.
Man, that's
Number 2.
good stuff. Number 2, that's right. Just a single. I don't need a double. And he has taken good care of Lauderdale County.
Oh, yeah.
We've been out working on the side of the road, and man, can you help? And he's always been there. So y'all go help Steve and his family and everyone down at McDonald's.
Always a smile. Enjoy it.
Yes.
As we get this day underway, already a few minutes into the hour, Hump Day, we've got the big announcement coming up today down at the Max, as we'll learn more about the baseball team. I believe that's at 11:30.
11 o'clock, something like that.
So we'll go there. We'll find out what all of that is about this morning as we welcome that in. Of course, birthdays. We're starting to get a few of those trickling in this morning.
Well, we got a couple.
Oh, is that it? Just two? So we need some more.
We need some more.
There's bound to be somebody with a birthday out there.
Yeah, somebody's got one. Y'all let us know who you are.
No, earlier this morning, and let me get over here to this, Odie, and see if I can find this. We had an accident just on the outskirts of Union, Mississippi this morning on Highway 492. Let me get over here to my little map here. I can show you where this happened at. This is just west of downtown Union here at Ideal Store Road. It was an 18-wheeler carrying chicken feed that overturned. Now, for a few minutes, the driver was trapped in there till firefighters arrived on scene. The volunteer fire department from Newton showed up in Union, and they were able to free him, and he was taken to a local emergency room to be dealt with injuries. I don't think anything life-threatening, which is great. We were, about 15 minutes ago, they had opened up one lane of travel through here, right here on 492. So expect delays. Once the wrecker is on scene, they will most likely have to shut the road down for a little while to get that truck turned back over. 18-wheeler this way is usually not a good thing.
No, not at all. Then not really sure what it's hauling.
Chicken feed.
Okay, chicken feed.
We've got.
So now you may have to unload that sucker.
Tyson is on scene too. They showed up. I guess it was their feed taking it to a farmer, and so they're on scene also, along with Mississippi Highway Patrol and a whole bunch of other folks.
Everybody.
So. You see my wife, she's not over there trying to scrape up chicken feed, is she?
I was wondering where she was going. She doesn't have to have an extension cord now. She can get there.
It's not unusual to walk out and see a chicken sitting on top of my truck.
They're free range.
They used to not be, and all of a sudden they became free range chickens everywhere in the yard.
One got out, and they all said, "Whoa, how'd you do that?"
They always go back at night.
Oh man, they had to feel safe.
That's absolutely right there. Already 8 minutes into the hour there. Good morning to you. We're going to be back. We're going to tell you about some of these headlines that are shaping our area.
She said she's headed out now.
Bless her. That's a lot of chicken feed. You hear me?
Well, I mean, she's got a lot of room in the back.
Oh, and don't think she won't put it in the back of a new vehicle either. Me and her have had this talk.
That's what it's for, isn't it?
I have Dylan Ray's truck sitting in the yard. Use it. It's been sitting there 3 years. Use it. Do not put it in the vehicle. If I hook the battery back up, I learned my lesson. You know how you've been meaning to go by? I've been meaning to put me a kill switch on the battery because I just don't drive it that much.
Yeah.
He's been off for about, he left his truck at home, and he's got a little car he's running around in easier to get in and out of traffic. And
cheaper on gas.
And I've just been using his truck to haul junk off. And so.
You just hadn't hauled a bunch off.
I hadn't. I ain't been here. And she goes, man. I can't crank it. Now she's gone into this. That's why I need the kill switch. Because if you don't use it.
That's why she has to put chicken feed in that brand new ride.
She's pushing me, y'all. She's pushing me. Why would you put a 4x8 sheet of plywood in the back of a new vehicle when you got a truck or a trailer that can haul it?
Because it won't crank.
Hush. You and her need to go away. We'll be right back.
Okay, so can we go over this just one more time? So when we buy a brand new air conditioner,
Environment Masters gives you the furnace for free.
But the catch is...
There's no catch, just free.
it's got to be like a cheap one, right?
No. And you get to choose between Linux or Train.
And all we have to do is buy a new air conditioner?
And Environment Masters gives you the furnace for free.
Can we go over this one more time?
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. With professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. And what day of the week is it?
It's hump day. Here we are.
It's already January the 14th.
We're halfway through month one.
I just, it certainly, as the old folks used to say, life gets faster the older you get. What's Anthony Chancellor mumbling about over there?
About us giving Angie a hard time. I'm on her side.
She couldn't haul plenty of feet in that dog.
See?
Oh, I know she could, and she would.
You know how much money she could save Scotty Ray if she went and got all that free chicken feed?
Yeah, man, she needs to stay
Now
home.
we're talking your language.
Oh, no, because you'll tear up more than you gain. There's a point in time you just stop it. She want to drive her old Tahoe that I used to use. No.
We could have used Anthony's truck if he would have sold it to me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He had to get rid of that there. He's got another truck now. He's got one that looks like the frame I got.
Does it have just the bottom half?
Well, he's got it all. He just ain't put his back together either, but his is looking like he's going to beat me there.
Well, see if you can talk him into getting you the top half.
We go to Smith County next this morning for an accident that happened right around 5:30 yesterday afternoon, Odie. We don't have details of after they were airlifted, but we know that we had numerous people that were injured in a car wreck where it versed a train. Smith County got there, and when you have to call in the air care from the scene, it's a serious scene.
Yeah.
So y'all keep some thoughts and prayers into these folks as they were airlifted for medical care. We don't know what caused it, if they didn't see it, if they didn't stop, what went on.
Y'all, a train's not going to stop. I know y'all have heard this. It's beating a dead horse, but trains don't stop.
No, they can't.
And they can't. And the road is basically asking permission to go across a railroad track, not a railroad track going across a road. And they're not going to stop until after they've made contact, because it takes so long to get these things back going again.
It's kind of like a rig. A rig cannot stop on that. You see all the videos, especially the dash cams nowadays, when somebody pulls out, it just gets faster from the weight that's in the vehicle. And you think about how much a train's hauling.
Oh. And they're not, there's no rubber meeting the road, it's metal on metal.
That's correct. That's what happened.
Man, y'all just be careful out there. Stop, listen. If you need to roll your window down, or at least cut the radio down just a hair when you come to a railroad crossing.
We had gunfire last night. This would be in the area of the 2300 block of where was this? I didn't exactly put that. That's going to be off 7th Street, isn't it? 22nd Avenue. 2300 block there.
E Street.
Yeah, D Street is where it was. D, I remember now.
Okay.
As I pull this up to show you here. This is not far from the sheriff's department. This is right over it with some gunshots heard. No one was hurt. No one was injured.
Oh, good deal.
But yet it did happen in that area. Now, we're going to get to a situation in a minute where it did happen. But let's talk about this, Odie. Let me get over here and talk about last night.
Oh, man. Yeah.
What a crowd turned out to downtown Meridian last night.
That was that place was packed.
It was the Threefoot Brewery right next to City Hall is where they held the announcement. We did carry it live. Let me show you here. I think, this is a picture of the live scene there as we were there for the announcement there as they were doing this. Got to see Miss Carolyn. She was in the house, in the room.
Yeah, she was.
There she is. She was cutting a row. Stella back there. Oh, and look, that girl's back there.
Yeah, she made it.
What did you call those jackets?
Vests.
Well, my wife went and bought one of them too.
They say they're warm.
Well, here's the problem: my arms still get cold, so I don't use those.
Well, as long as you keep your main core warm, it keeps the rest of you a little bit more warm. I've got a heated vest that goes along with a heated jacket. The vest keeps my main core warm, and my arms aren't as bad, and you can still move with it. but that's the only vest that I have.
When I turned around with that camera, everybody's going, I don't know if you caught this in this picture. They're going, that ain't mine. That glass is on the table.
Somebody left their beer here.
I don't know who that was. They were all running from it. But, it was a large crowd last night for that. And Odie, let's just go over here and show what the Jimmie Rodgers announced. We had several people wanting to know who is going to be there. This is the festival that's going to be taking place this year. And, of course, the headliner is going to be the Marcus King Band.
Blues, soul, southern rock, real big guy. I'm no pun intended.
But he's a big old boy.
But he's a big old boy. But a lot of people said that was a good call.
I haven't heard him yet.
I hadn't either. Look, I won't do that today. But they said that he's got some good music. South Carolinian, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then the Grascals, they say do us bluegrass.
Brent Cobb, Southern Legacy, Maggie Antone. Is that how you said it?
That's the way I'm doing it.
Becky Buller and Ned, they're going to be showing up, and also Locke Thornton, who is from Meridian.
That's right, Meridian boy.
So it's a lot of people. We'll get all the dates once all of that is put out, and where you can get tickets on the thing. You can jump here, and that didn't work for some reason. So having an issue.
We'll know more about that come Monday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I have confirmed with her. She is on board. So Elena will be here Monday.
Okay.
To talk about this here Jimmie Rodgers. Now you brought up Miss Carolyn. And
what's she doing?
Well, Angie said, did you ask her about some divinity?
I most certainly did, and she just looked at me like, you're going to have to wait a year. I want it now. That was a big discussion at the end of that table as I was down on one knee in front of Miss Carol, and that was me begging for divinity. Man, that woman can cook.
Julia said, you think he can get up from there? I said, I don't know, but I bet if you'll take his hat off, he will.
And they got my hat.
And so she took your hat off, and you just kind of turned around and was like, I can't get up real fast.
What was the song?
That was a long way down there, wasn't it?
I'm old and I can't get up. That's me. It is getting harder to get up, and I don't move as quick as I used to.
Oh, it did go snap, crackle, pop.
This what is that old saying? This ain't for the
weak at heart.
Yes, that was a better. I was trying to find a word.
Yeah.
Speaking of, and I am so far behind Odie on Landman, but I saw a scene this morning where it dealt with his daughter going off to college and living with someone who has pronouns, and it didn't look like that was going to work out too well.
No.
Have they gotten very far into that?
Well, they put an end to that real quick.
Okay, I was just curious there.
Yeah.
His daughter looks like she's high maintenance, like her mother.
Yeah, they real high maintenance.
Okay, they're telling me Ashley Miles can make good divinity. She's never divulged that to me. There we go. We'll have to find out about that.
So Marcus King, great music, did the lead-in music for NASCAR Cup years ago. So, hey, y'all got to think. If you want a big name in here, somebody's going to have to come up out of their pocket probably $400,000 or $500,000.
And that's a mediocre act now.
Yeah. And now that's loss because you're not going to charge $200 a ticket and get people to come down there and have a good day and make enough to cover that. You don't have a place big enough.
We have, we don't have a place, but truly, the music industry has gotten out of hand of what the charges are. There's a guy named, I'm trying to think of what he is, and he's really a nobody, but his music is fair. And he's like $400,000 for somebody that I'm not sure has ever had a radio hit. Not that matters anymore. You take the crown, I'll take the. And he's got a good voice, but he ain't worth no $400,000.
And then you've got the manager that's taking 40% of that.
Boy. But we got left behind, and we'll just call it. Brandon moved forward and got a amphitheater for Meridian did. And Meridian should have done that years ago when we were trying to do concerts, and we had to get fence companies to come in and build fences to block a street off. It was the only way to do it at the time. And Meridian just didn't take that step to secure the future. And we should have, with music being what it is, the father of country music, and we have nowhere. I mean, nowhere. It's a shame that happened, and we're behind the 8 ball on this now. I don't know if you could ever turn that around.
You know, it's not too late. We still need to look at doing something along those lines. But yeah, I wish we'd have done it before Brandon and gotten on in there, because they brought some.
Because the biggest one closest to us was Birmingham at that point. Meridian would have drew. Yeah. Every road leads to Meridian.
Oh, Pelham was huge.
Yeah.
And heck, they tore that dude down, and building it back bigger and better because of the names that were coming through there. I-20 brings these artists from one end of the country to the other, and you get somebody out there that's promoting this stuff, and we are a stop in between two.
We're that landmass.
We're that landmass. That's right. We could have brought some big names here.
I just and again,
really
this was many decades ago of we were doing shows in the 90s that were incredible, drawing big numbers here. Yep. Scott McQuaig is good. He is one of the best.
Jamal Roberts singing the national anthem at next week's championship game.
He sure is.
Well, good deal.
If I am not mistaken, someone showed me this week to where he was on the cover of Time. Is that right?
Now, there's a lot of fake stories going around.
Okay, that may be one of them.
Now, AI, you really. Now, I'm not saying that he's not, because I don't know, but I do know there was a lot of some fake stories going on about him.
Yeah, there was plenty.
Yeah. Now, a great guy, and has done outstanding. Make it to the Rolling Stone. But this is Time Magazine.
That was cover of the Rolling Stones. Continue.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. What just happened there? It says no. That was fake. And there it is over here to the right. This is the cover that somebody showed me this week right there, and that not being true. I'm glad we Googled that and found that out.
And why are people picking on him?
I don't get it.
No, he wasn't. We pulled all that up, and then it showed where that one was
fake.
Was fake.
It says he was, however, named one of the Time Magazine's 100 most influential singers. That's good.
Okay, that is good.
But he just didn't.
Kids that he touched.
He didn't make it to the front cover as it was shown to me, but he was inside the magazine. So that's good there. It's always good for a Meridian native to do good.
Do you know who Mike is off of Monsters, Inc.?
Never heard of Monsters, Inc.
That was a good little cartoon. And Mike was a little round monster. He got on the cover of a magazine. He was just so excited about it.
I missed that whole thing.
You need to go watch it. When you have grandkids, gives you an excuse.
Well, I saw, what was the movie about monsters, the big movie?
Monsters, Inc.
Is that it? Same thing? Mm-hmm. The big thing that was in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know anything about a cartoon. I thought a big screen. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen portions of that. And they trained him to go scare people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Mike was a little round one. And he got covered up by the QR code, but he was still had it.
The QR code.
Y'all got to see. If y'all seen it, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Coming up, we're going to tell you what's going on in Carthage. They have put out a reward. Carthage, Mississippi. We'll tell you more about that next.
Welcome to Parker's Wholesale, located on I-59 South at Exit 80. Easy to find. Huge building. They're loaded up with toys, all your seasonal items. It's clean, it's neat, it's easy to shop. They got gloves, they got bolts of material for the people that want to redo stuff. They got plumbing, electrical, hunting items, fishing items, everything for all your needs. Go by and see them, Parker's Wholesale.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Well, I was staring off into space there. You know, as Odie said that, I was sitting there thinking of best movies of kid nature. And I don't know why it popped, and I hadn't seen it in 40 years.
Toy Story?
No. Oh, Yeller. And it just, it goes back to Confederate Railroad. She never cried when O. Yeller died. She wasn't washed in the blood of the Lamb.
That was a tough movie.
Very tough there. But, if you're dating somebody and they don't cry when O. Yeller dies, it might be time for a new adjustment. The song said a lot there.
Because she's not going to care about you much.
That's right. She never stood up with a Star Spangled played, and she wasn't a John Wayne fan.
Yeah.
If you got somebody that none of these things are lining up, you might want to find a new boyfriend or girlfriend, however that works out for you there. She never cried. But now that's stuck in my head. I'm going to be humming that over here for the rest of the morning. Now, Rodgers Foundation Festival. As we were there live last night doing all of that, I started getting de-deets in my ear of, you got to go. And have you ever had the jitters? I had the jitters.
Yeah.
My leg was going...
You just couldn't.
I got a message that we had just got a shooting while we were live with the announcement of what was going on. So you couldn't cut off what you were doing, but I needed to get to the scene. I hung in there. But immediately when she said the last word, I exited the room without telling anybody where I was going.
Oh, I was wondering where you went.
And off into the dark we went. And I did, now on the live, I did say where I was going. It was just no one in the room knew why I left. And it was, and of course, while I was in there, I lost some information with the people that were telling me what were going on. But it would end up being two locations. I went to where the person was found first. And we'll just show you, this was live on the scene there, and bless his heart, he tried to straighten it out. I'm getting ready to go live, and Rob goes, you need to button your shirt because they're not jumping on me again.
At least it was straight.
It was straight. And what I'm joking about was some 2 years ago or 3 years ago, we were live where a shooting had happened, and somehow or another I buttoned my shirt wrong, and it was like this, and no one was listening to the information about the shooting. They were all going, hey, your shirt's crooked. So it's been the big joke ever since then, button your shirt when I go live. And I missed that top button last night because I had on that big coat, and I was warm. I didn't notice it. But as we would get there, as I pieced all this together, and we've got more pictures with this, Odie, there were two different locations. Wesley House, just off of 14th Street, 10th Avenue, right along in there is where the person was found shot. Now, what is interesting about that is they would be 1.6 miles, and I didn't know that when I first got there. I had to piece it together. It was, normally there's crime tape going up everywhere, and there was no crime tape, and the ambulance is driving off with it, and I'm going, what in the world's going on here? As it would turn out, he would travel some 1.6 miles from where the shooting actually happened on 30th Avenue to that location. Now,
it's a long way.
It is. Now, there's no way that you could walk that far with a injury to the neck area and walk 1.6 miles before falling over. You had to have been in a car some way, somehow. I don't know the answers, and I don't know if police know that yet. But as we go here, let's take a look. This is after we got across town. This is 30th Avenue and 17th Street. Let me just kind of do this so you don't have to listen to all that we were saying last night. There's the police. There's the yellow tape. This house in the background right here would be shot. I don't know how many times it was actually struck. If you'll see, this is where the police are concentrated in this area about where he got shot. Odie, it would be somewhere around 25 rounds that were fired there last night. Now, to my knowledge, the man was only struck once. And I went back, and updated this as you'll look at this story here as we got more information on this. The SWAT team was activated immediately after this to come into this. It was a large police presence there. It was like a Christmas parade. There were so many lights. It was blinky blink lights everywhere in the area. They went into the home where they thought the shooters may have been. There were several people detained. Somewhere around 10:45 was the last time I had contact. There were several detained. At that point in time, at 10:45 last night, no one was charged. Now, that could have changed from 11 p.m. until 3 a.m. this morning when I got up. We have not spoken to officials as to where we are on charges, if anybody admitted anything. But one man was put on there, was shot. Now, originally, as I was live, I said, I think this could be a robbery. That was the original information that was going out. Police have backed up on that at this point and don't believe there was a robbery. Everybody around the scene when I first got there, even witnesses were going, I think it was some form of robbery that went bad and a shooting occurred. But police are backing away from that. The details will probably slowly come out of this. The man is expected to make a full recovery.
Good deal.
That's the good news on this. This is the second victim of the year. We're at January the 14th. We are still light years ahead of the Jimmy Smith administration if you go year to year of gunshot victims. It has been very few. It is cold. Not as many people are out arguing, which helps police, and they're doing a fine job in Meridian to keep this stuff down. But our second incident, we've had no murders this year, thank goodness.
And Jackie, you said a mouthful there. Pray for our city, and pray for this young man and his family, but definitely pray for our city.
As you'll see, Metro, this was at the first scene over by the firemen jumping out as they arrived to help out with the scene. This was over by the Wesley house of where he would be found on the edge of the street down here. If you take a right, 10th Avenue, and go up, you would have found him there. Multiple units responded to that, Metro Ambulance and, of course, the Meridian Fire Department. We'll get some more details on it. This is by far not over. But again, I want to remind everybody, when we go live, it is the information that we have right then. We give it to you as straight as we can. And when adjustments come along that changes, we update the story to reflect what we have found out. And it'll always be that way.
Wow.
Oh, Jessica's popular. Everybody wishing her a big old birthday today.
Yeah, and you know she's working her tail off.
Well, she always does. Always got a welding mitt in her hand. That's a hard-working woman.
Yes,
now,
she is.
Otis, as soon as that got done, I would get word that something's happened in the county. I thought, oh no. We had in the Toom-Suba area on J.O. Thomas Road, the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department would respond to another shooting. This time, Odie, this would be an accidental discharge of a weapon, and the person got struck. They're going to be okay, but it was an accidental discharge. No one else had anything to do with it.
Good to know that, and speedy recovery.
But it was just this, and as soon as that was done, we had an accident that happened. I'm trying to think where this was. Let me think. 24th. I'm trying to think where the wreck was. Not far from here. We had an accident with injuries. They were transported for injuries.
Wow.
They're going to be okay, but it was just police were running everywhere last night trying to straighten things out.
Yeah. You know, Timothy put on there talking about Jimmie Rodgers, the names that had come here before. You know, Elvis Presley, Waylon Jennings, Tanya Tucker, Dolly Parton, the Judge, Reba Garth, Willie Nelson, George Strait, Alan Jackson, and many, many, many others. And that is true, and that's before the middleman got involved as much. And Jimmie Rodgers had a deal where if you really wanted to make it in country music, you came to Jimmie Rodgers. I would love to have somebody donate $1 million and say, here, don't get me nothing back for it.
But it was, you have to, and this has nothing to do with current times. This would have been way back when it was so popular that the town didn't seize upon that and make this a Branson.
It would have continued on for sure.
That's what needed to happen at that time, and it just did not happen there. Now, we want to bring this up. This is a big deal as we look at growth and things happening for our city. This is a big deal for us as we'll welcome Mid-America League to Meridian. They've got the big announcement this morning coming up at 11 o'clock, dealing with a baseball team for Meridian. We're proud of this. It's several other cities that are getting this, and it will be some playing going on.
I think it's going to be awesome for our area. Really going to be nice.
So we welcome you. We'll give you all the information as soon as we get away from the Max today. And let you know what that information is. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a big, big deal there. Merle Haggard there.
Oh, man. We had some good times.
Oh, yeah.
We had some, that Temple Theater would rock. You got to remember, these folks did 2 shows.
And you don't know what Ken Rainey and Sam Marshall went through to convince them to do 2 shows.
Could you, you put on a full show and then you turn around and rest for 20 minutes and then put on a whole nother show.
That's how it happened there.
That was good. Well, when you got Ken Rainey, you got pulled. Oh, man, he could sure do it.
So, more coming up with Scotty, Ray, and Odie as we celebrate this wonderful Wednesday morning there. Y'all stay with us. Those LS tractors are rolling in to Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 in Sicalina. Keith and the gang will have a LS tractor that fits your needs, from a professional end of it, or maybe it's just deer plots that you need a tractor for. Starting at a 26 horsepower, 40 horsepower, or even larger. Don't forget to ask about that 0% financing as well. Parts, a new tractor, or a tall tale. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville. Call them at 626-8759. That's Freeman Tractor. Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. The Scotty Ray Report Studio is sponsored by Environment Masters, providing hassle-free heating and cooling, plumbing, and electrical services since 1957, and now serving Meridian homeowners.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scott Ray. Odie, did you see these fellas yesterday anywhere?
No. Didn't nobody tell me I could go pet a pig?
They have been located. They were missing. Actually found, and the people that found them was wanting the little piggies to go wee, wee, wee all the way home. You remember that car from, it was insurance, wasn't it, where the pig was in the back?
Oh, with the windmill? Geico or something like that?
Right. Geico. Yeah, that's what it was. That little lizard before Lizard came along.
Oh, and the lizard's still going.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I think he took a little rest for the little piggy.
Oh, yeah, that may be the truth.
Come back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We go to Carthage. We mentioned this a few moments ago, and if you go northwest to the Meridian areas, where you'll find Carthage, a nice little town. Been there many, many, many times. There was a shooting there that took place. A warrant is being offered, information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible for the shooting that occurred late Saturday night in Carthage. They responded right around midnight, around 11:30 there, and a lot of stuff has been found. They're wanting more information. If you have any information on this, please come forward. And a reward is being offered that leads to the arrest of the person who did the shooting there. So contact the Carthage Police Department. They'd love to hear from you. If you know anything, just let them know, and they'll take over from there.
Paula, no, I haven't. But I will look. You know, I complained about the height sign down there being the same color. Well, it's now been changed.
It
and
has.
It's easy to read and all that. So
I'll go take a picture of that.
I'll go check that out. Thank you so much. Now, Terry, I also saw something about them monkeys done got loose up there in St. Louis now.
Really? We had a monkey wreck there?
I don't know how they got out, but they got monkeys loose. And
was it a zoo or was it
I'm not
an accident?
sure. I meant to go in and check that story out, and I can't remember what all it was, but we'll have to check that out. And Paula, thank you. I appreciate that. We'll definitely check that out.
I did not know any of that. I'm learning with
now,
you.
The painting, that whole subway looks beautiful. It's cool, and I love it gives you a little bit of a smile when you drive through it now. So that's awesome.
Let's see here. Jackson, Mississippi, Mary Edith Street. And if you live in that neighborhood, this particular homeowner, no one's ever going to even come trick-or-treating at their house anymore. They've been arrested. They heard something in their backyard, and they come out with their equalizer and said, "Come out of the bushes now, or I'll fire my equalizer." And guess what they done?
They fired an equalizer.
Well, they didn't come out the bushes, so they fired it. They struck them.
Ooh.
Now, we don't know why the guy was in the bushes behind their home, but ain't nobody else ever going to stop to even try to sell an encyclopedia there.
Well,
because word travels pretty quickly on street corners of don't go there. They mean what they say. But they have arrested the homeowner for discharging the firearm when they should not have, and striking an individual that was most likely trespassing. We don't know why they were there, but we can call it trespassing pretty safely.
Yeah. All right, so it wasn't a wreck. There were some privately owned monkeys that just got loose.
Oh, okay. Like when visiting Greg, and Greg's wife Lisa says, "Freeze." I would freeze out in Greg's neighborhood. That woman means it.
Because they were called 911 talking about, "We need some help. We're being held. We're on the other line of the people that is holding y'all."
So that's what happens at Greg's at 2 a.m. Don't come slipping around his house. He's told you before there.
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh, let's see. What else is happening here? That's Brock Legend. We don't need to. You saw where this guy's turned himself in. I mentioned it on the first show. Melissa Gilbert's husband, who's been... And I urged everybody, be careful with this stuff. He may be guilty, but he hasn't been charged yet. He is claiming that the parents of the children are mad because they got cut from the show. The parents are going, wait a minute, we got evidence. So let's let the court system figure that out. I would hate for it to ruin somebody's life, and it may not be the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
But don't run and...
Yeah, he did act funny.
That kind of throws up a red flag.
Yep. There was several red flags there.
But, yeah, people will do some crazy things to make someone else look bad.
I cannot tell you on a daily basis of when something happens you can get 3 to 4 different stories of a version of what happened. And always at least 2, and then somewhere in the middle is the real answer there. But it takes a lot of searching sometimes to get to the bottom of the truth when something does happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that was it. I mentioned Keither Sutherland. Old Jack got arrested. He got into an altercation with the Uber driver. It wasn't Uber, it was another company. But
I think you say, what's he doing with an Uber?
He was in the back seat of some form of a taxi, and he didn't get along with the driver there, and they got into a scuffle. The guy pressed charges against him. By now, you're well aware that Trump made a visit to Ford Motor Company. Someone said something ugly, and he gave them a California howdy.
He said they was number one.
Yes, sir, he did. Kind of like Johnny Cash did back in the day is what he done.
Yeah.
But, the guy has been suspended from Ford for what he done, and he says he's glad that he done it. I don't think Trump's going to take back his California howdy either if you're just waking up on all of this.
You ever sit back and said, I wonder what Trump really thinks? You don't have to, because he tells you.
I have never. Within 15 minutes, he's going to let you know.
Yeah.
You always have that one friend who's brutally honest, who just can't hold back.
That's right.
He's that guy.
He is definitely that guy.
Oh, let's see here. What else here is going on? And wait, we had this picture sent in, and we do appreciate everyone that you see that you think is good. We always do a picture of the day. Environment Masters is our sponsor. We put this up. Here's one here. Isn't that pretty? That was Kemper County. That blue sky.
That is.
If you happen to see something that's pretty, let us know. We would love to do that. Turnbow was saying it's him. He's that friend.
He is.
Does he do that?
Yeah, he honest.
So where do you rate Clayton Cobbler on this list?
He'll tell you he doesn't have to worry about nothing no more.
He's not running for political office or anything.
Nope, he's having fun. We were.
I saw him last night floating around. His way across my mind.
We were on the ship there in Mexico, and here comes Turnbow. He had his bandana on, and that old fella looked up and said, "Oh, you'll take a picture." And we turned around, and he goes, "Oh, Guns N' Roses," because he looked like Axl Rose.
Clayton did?
No, Turnbow.
Oh, okay. I was trying to. I still had Clayton in my head. I was thinking, I don't think Clayton looks that way. But Turnbow did.
Yeah, Turnbow. So we had fun down there.
You just smile and take a picture and go on.
That's it.
Hey, if you're looking for a job, we got somebody that needs to hire somebody. If you're a painter, they're looking for you at Premier Paint and Body. They're hiring now. If you need, if you know a little bit about body work, come on down. They'd love to talk to you. Talk to Ty, and he'll hook you up with a job there.
If you follow Scotty Ray report, you know there's a lot of wrecks around, so they're busy.
Yes, sir, it is. They need an extra hand over in the body shop there. A little sanding, a little detail there. They'll get you to work soon there.
Get back going. Let's go, Turnbow. He's ready to go. I'm trying to get this one to go on the ship with us.
One day I might do that. It's just going to take some.
We got mobile stuff now.
Yeah, but it's hard to get the everyday what actually happened live on the scene. I ain't figured that out yet because I'm big into that. Now, word of advice, and let me talk Russia. I don't know the story behind this guy, but he was married to a lady that was from Russia. Okay. They seem to be having issues. She moves back home to mom and daddy that apparently in Russia. They had a couple kids. He goes over to visit to try to convince her to let him have the kids back in America. She goes to the Russian government and goes, "He abused our children." He got arrested without a jury and has been thrown in jail and has been there for 4 years now. And it all shows there's never been a charge against him in the United States for this whatsoever. Now, is this he said, she said? It sure sounds it, but it doesn't change the fact that he is still in jail in Russia and his family are trying to get him out. It could be a long road ahead.
Yeah. People just don't know how blessed they really are to live in America.
Dude, that is such a statement.
Y'all just don't know unless you have traveled really outside this country, and not just going a cruise, but I was blessed being in the Navy to travel all over and spend time in all these other countries.
And you can probably explain, there's a lot of people that electricity, they may have it, but y'all think about when power goes out here. It's within an hour or so we get it back usually. It may be months before they get it fixed.
Oh, there's wires. There's no rhyme or reason how the wires are laid out. This is something that you're just hoping you've got power going to your particular house. And you don't get all this power 220 volts constant.
Running water. Y'all don't know how important that is. Or just having simply a Dollar General street down the street from you and being able to complain about something. That don't happen in other countries a lot of times. So
you want to go buy a steak, you go down there to the supermarket and they got it stuck on a string outside. You got to shoo the flies off, cut you a piece.
Well, here's an example of this, and I don't know nothing about South Korea. I've never been. Don't plan on ever going there in my life. But apparently, the former president that was there enacted a martial law at some point. He's out of office now, and they're mad about it, and they're saying they're going to enact the death penalty on him for doing that. Hello.
Well then.
Did you see, and I brought this up also on the first show this morning, I had mentioned yesterday where the Clintons were subpoenaed to go testify in the Epstein case yesterday. Didn't show up. So will they be arrested, like, as I used the example of Steve Bannon? And I don't really know Steve Bannon, y'all. I just know that he was an advisor in that first term to Trump. I know nothing about the guy. I don't know whether he's good, he's bad, or ugly. I know nothing about him. But I do know that he was arrested for not showing up when he got a subpoena.
No, they won't do it. And it's like all of these that stole the billions of dollars allegedly and all that. No, nothing will happen to them because it's not right to treat them that way. Now, it was right to do them because they leaned the opposite way. And just because I don't believe the same as some people doesn't give me an upper hand or them an upper hand. We're still friends, we're still partners, and we're still equal. We're Americans, and we can do that. But by God, if you're going to raid someone's home and yank them out of their home because they missed a meeting, you got to do it to this. If you don't, you see where we're going with our laws, and that's straight down the tube to nowhere. You've got to be equal across the board with everybody, no matter what your political stance is. This has nothing to do with political. This has to do with right and wrong. And don't care who you are, if you were president or not. If you were told to be at this committee, you show up.
There you go. Period. Me or you would end up. I mean, if Nick Lisi told us we had to be at court and we didn't show, he's going to sign and Ward's coming to get us.
And it would have been that day. Go get them now and bring them.
And it ain't like somebody didn't call them.
That's right.
If you're a police officer, and I didn't realize it had gotten this bad over in Savannah, Georgia. They're looking to hire 90 police officers. Now, that equates to the entire police force in Meridian. 90 of them is what they're needing to hit the streets of Savannah. Now, Savannah's bigger than us, don't get us wrong, but they're that many short. I'm telling you, it's getting harder and harder for each town across America to hire police officers. Why?
Yeah.
You've seen these things that are happening on
$60,000 to start. But yeah, used to America had the police's back.
It ain't that way no more.
They don't. And you think it's bad now with law and order? Just wait until you don't have the police.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're going to see what's going to happen.
They just come take what they want then.
That's right. That's right.
More on the way as we travel along this early. Let me get it Wednesday morning. I almost missed it, Odie.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back, Scotty Ray and Odie.
Austin, you said a mouthful.
What do you say?
March starts Tier 5 of the PERS system, which is the retirement that the police officers and deputies participate in. All government employees
Well, that
do.
would be teachers as well.
And
in that
teachers are in that. And now, I mean, it's Austin, without me pulling it up, was it 35 years? And then it's really hard to bring in people to work. Typically, we don't get paid an awful lot as a salary, but we have a great retirement. now it's going to be our pay still not going to be real good, but your retirement isn't either. So
y'all know where this is headed in the long run. No one's going to get retirement. You will have to. What is it? The average age 68, 70 now before retirement.
72. I
is it up to
think
that now?
It's up to something like that, and we may get Social Security.
Maybe.
But our kids are not. Y'all go ahead and mark that down. You're not going to do that. Social Security is not going to be around when you start coming up. Now, DJ Barfield, friend of mine, Meridian Fire Department, he's got a baby due here in just a few months, him and his wife, old Joe there. And we sat down and talked yesterday, and I want to save for the future for him and doing a lot for him and putting money aside for him starting now. So when he gets to 18, graduates high school, go to college, he has a college fund set up. After he gets out, he's got some money to start.
Does the state still do that thing? I know
529.
Where you could add money for your child each year.
You go ahead and do it. And it's a set amount. They look. It's the 529, and you pay it for today's school prices. And they go to school, and it's paid for, basically.
And I remember, and I'm going to be honest with you, I remember when that came out, but me and Angie could not afford it. It took every penny we had to make the rent and everything. Not the rent, but our house, and a car note and fuel and food. We couldn't do it. And old Dylan Ray had a rough time there. He had to pay for it himself.
But wait a minute. He paid for it himself.
He did.
And now you can call him Dr. Dylan.
He did. He made it all on his own, and it's 100%. He didn't know a dime in this world for all that. He worked hard. I got to pat that boy on the back for that. So it started out at Meridian Community College and went from there. And it was amazing by going to a local school, the money that you can save and then earn scholarships upon what you do.
Yeah.
So it worked out well. There are ways around this and getting in debt.
And then he went to work for NASA.
Did.
And left NASA. Now he's back as a professor.
He's doing. We're real proud of him.
University.
We don't know what he does up there because I can't translate that. It's way over my head.
That PhD behind you. Just
try to stay away from it. Let's go to Tennessee this morning as we look at, and you try to understand people. The only woman that is set to be executed in the state of Tennessee will happen this fall. She was suing the state because she says her religious beliefs don't align with lethal injection. She doesn't like that. And so she's suing over that. Now, it goes back to 1995. She's been there since then over the death of someone. We'll see how that works out. We'll keep you posted.
Well, I have no problem with someone being able to pick their demise.
Yeah, here's a
You're going
list.
to go which way you want to.
Yeah, and sometimes your choices, it may not be as good as others.
So did she ask the person that she took the life of
I don't
which
think
way
so.
they wanted to go?
Nope. I think it was just done. It's amazing how
Was
that
it
went.
pain-free for them?
Nope, not one bit.
But she's wanting something pain-free.
Correct.
And
that's called being a weenie.
Yeah.
Among other words that I'd like to, but I'm not.
Sorry.
It doesn't work that way.
A portable hole punch would be one that wouldn't have a problem with.
Well, they even have the chair. That is one of the, I think, options there in the state of Tennessee. Shad White has been busy again. Now, Odie, as I read this, it does not say how much was taken. And we touched on that earlier in the week. And let me show this now. We look at this. This lady's been arrested. State Auditor Shad White announced special agents have arrested Nancy Engelland, former Jackson County Inventory Control Director. She was submitting fraudulent training reimbursements and unauthorized use of that Fuel Man card, which you cannot do for her own car. Now, we do not know how much it, usually you get an amount. We didn't get it on this one. She faces $5,000 fine, 20 years in jail, but in nowhere in the description from his office does it say, and she also had to pay back blank amount. It doesn't list it there. Here's her picture. Yellow was the color chosen for her outfit.
Well, probably looked better than the orange did.
Yeah, and color coordinated there. But
done that haircutting, Bill.
Oh, they didn't give her time there. They, for some reason, when they do that, they don't let hair and makeup come in and help with these photos there, Odie.
That's right.
I hadn't quite figured that one out there, but they're.
Oh man, that's why I like going to a place got cameras. It has a picture of me, and I get a thing twice a month that says, "Hey, here's your receipts. Everything look good? Yep."
Oh yeah.
So there's
keep your receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Never ever do anything like that.
Mileage, you got to enter your mileage, and they better match the mileage on your truck.
That's the way it's done.
But, yep.
That's why when someone is arrested, they give mileage from where they are to the jail, so nobody can say, "Well, they took me over to behind the store and they whooped on me." It gives exact mileage where you could go back and trace these steps.
Yep. And I'm leaving now.
Yeah. We go back to, and we're going to bring this up again because I know before it even happens, we're going to have people going, "What's going on at the high school?"
Yeah.
Now, they're already announcing this, that there are going to be drills, mandatory drills next week, January 20th through the 23rd at all of the Meridian public schools there. They're required by state law to do these drills, so law enforcement safety. So expect, as you see police cars moving around, this is what this is. They're just training the people so they'll know what to do so it won't end up like the school in Texas. They want to be prepared should something ever happen, that they're on their P's and Q's and know what the officers, where they're supposed to be and what they do.
If you don't train in a calm environment, you don't know how to act when it's a stressful environment.
That's correct.
You've got to train so you'll know what to do without having to think too much.
So Odie's going to come in late next week and get a pot thrown at him for coming in late just for training purposes at home.
That's right. Got to be able to duck every now and then.
That one board's going to go squeak. Where you been, Odie?
Yeah.
Honest, how's that a wreck? I didn't hear about
I promise. Well, it wasn't on Scotty Ray.
And that'll get you in trouble.
If it wasn't on Scotty Ray, it didn't happen.
Brian McCary is on big vacation. He sent in his picture yesterday for us. He's wearing the Scotty Ray shirt out at the National Forest there. Look at that.
What national forest?
Well, I got that information here. Hang on here. Let's back this up here. Farmington, Utah.
I'm talking about what national forest is it?
Watasha. Isn't that what that is? Wasatch? What is that?
I don't know. I was trying to get you to pronounce it so I'd know. Wasatch.
Who wants to name a place like that? Come on, we got a lot of different names.
I was hoping you pronounce it so I wouldn't have to guess.
Why, I can't do it. Can anybody pronounce this?
Wasatch. Charlene, go to work.
And who is this wanting to know about Angie and if I bought her a big Christmas present here? Every time you and Odie get together, you cost me money. You're right, man. The WD will fix a lot of things. But look at that picture. Isn't that just gorgeous? One thing that I am so thankful for is I don't have to walk up the side of that mountain. Man, I couldn't do it no more.
No, that'd take me a while.
Man alive, but that's what it is. We're going to do birthdays next. So y'all don't rush out. And if you haven't gotten your birthday to us, get that to us. We'll do those next. Charlene, how are you this morning?
She needs to be at work.
Yeah, go to work, woman.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
For over 40 years, you've been able to count on Watt Equipment in DeKalb, Mississippi.
They've got your Massey Ferguson's brand new 23 up to 135 horse cab and air tractors. They've got all your hay equipment needs, all your bush hogs. If your tractor needs it, they got it. Also remember, they service all makes and models, whether it's green, orange, blue, red, or yellow. They can get your parts in, they can do your service on your equipment. Don't forget Watt Equipment, DeKalb, Mississippi.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray, along with Otis there as we get your day underway. We're going to be going down to the Max here in just a little bit to find out all of the information about the new ball team that is coming our way. Don't forget, February 7th, and we're going to be releasing the other areas. So there's going to be several Mardi Gras parades going on from now through February 14-ish. Meridian's is February the 7th. It'll happen that afternoon. We'll have more details on that of how you can sign up. Mitchell Distributing all over this, helping everybody out, put this parade together. We can't thank them enough of doing that.
Yep.
Also, there's going to be starting several Martin Luther King Jr. parades throughout the area in different towns. We'll be getting those together, so you'll know when those parades will happen here toward the end of the month. Some are going to be earlier than others, and then some will be in February as also. But all of that is coming around January 20th, usually is when that is celebrated.
Getting close.
Yeah, so we're getting ready for that in the Communities Day. And before long, we'll be in spring, and things will be
blooming.
Hustle every weekend somewhere. It's always fun. It's like a new lease on life every spring is given when things start to come back, isn't it?
April, we'll start getting back into the water around April, so we're looking forward to that and doing some stuff. But I want to say this, Terry, you said yay baseball, and that's great. I hadn't been, real big on watching professional. I've seen Chicago Cubs play, and because I like them, but let's get something to do in Meridian. Why does Meridian not have anything to do? Why can't we get anything? We've got an opportunity now, and we're going to have a baseball team, and we're going to find out more. Scotty Ray's going to find out more this morning. But we have got to go and support them. We've got to go and watch them. We've got to buy tickets to their ball games. We've got to show them that we want them here and that we will do what it takes to help keep them here. So when this ball team comes to town, let's support this. Success breeds success, and because of this coming in, what's happening downtown, all this working in conjunction with each other, you want to grow Meridian, here's our opportunity, but we've got to do this as one. All of Lauderdale County, City Meridian, let's come together and let's start building this place back up.
I was reading an article just in as Odie talked about all of that out in California, where a man is going to sue a national food chain because his wife was killed. She was waiting in line to buy food. She was attacked. She was drug out of her car. That is not the restaurant's fault. That falls back to the government of California, to where
you've wanted them to be vagrant.
Yeah, because they've taken the emphasis off law enforcement in these areas where they don't back the blue anymore. And criminals feel like they can get away with just about anything, which leads to attacks like that. When you've got a strong community that supports its police, you don't have people doing things like that. Anything can happen anywhere, don't get me wrong, but it's not as common in areas that support the police and back them up and let them do their job. Enough said on that.
It's like people have tried to sue these fast food places because they made their kid fat. The kid didn't walk down there and then give them food. You as a parent took them down there and you fed them that food. Anybody made the kid big, it was you.
If Scotty Ray spills this cup of hot coffee on myself,
it ain't Folger's fault.
No, it's Scotty Ray's fault.
Yeah, but you can know nowadays you could sue Folger's for having liquid coffee.
Yeah, but there you are. Be a man is all we're saying. Face up to your responsibilities.
Yes. That's wait a minute. You mean I got to do that as an adult?
You do. Just watch Landman. They'll teach you how to do that.
Sure will. I want me a physical therapist. I got one at home. Amy take good care of me.
There you are. All right, Odie, man. We got birthdays. How many we got today?
We are up to a big number 4.
Uh-oh.
But hey, look at this one right here. Jessica Davis. happy birthday.
Rodney's Muffler.
Rodney's Muffler. Y'all know who she is. I had to take her car down there the other day, and I said, you know what? She's going to get on this, and she's going to get me fixed up. I'll come back this afternoon and get... I mean, boom, it was not long at all, and she's calling saying, you ready, Odie? And I went down there, and great work. Go see her. Go take care of her. Carl Clark. Carl, happy birthday. You have a wonderful day today.
Yeah.
Anissa Payne's got a birthday today, and Wanda Bonner has a birthday. So happy birthday to each one of y'all. Hope y'all have a great day today.
We'll be getting the streets here in just a few moments, keeping track of what's going on throughout Meridian, throughout the day, to let you know as it happens. As we get near this time of day, this is where Odie will grab his phone, and he's going to whoop out a Bible verse for us to begin our day.
There we go. And here we are. We're going to go to Proverbs 22, verse 4. Humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor and life. You know, I don't fear the Lord. I probably should, but he's told me what he expects of me, so I shouldn't have to fear him.
Get your act together is what he said.
I fear the devil, but as long as I continue to keep my eye on God and trust in God and live with God, I'm not going to have to worry about Satan. Now, Satan tests me all the time, but I've got a loving and caring God who promises wages and riches and honors and everlasting life. All we got to do is follow him. Y'all have a wonderful day. We'll see y'all out and about. Thursday's coming. Friday's on its way. Hang in there. We love